Good morning. Good morning. Please take a moment and look around. Look around. Okay. Congratulations for showing up at the most important time in the history of the universe. And doesn't that just make your ego feel wonderful? Well, certainly it has a possibility. And the design of it is to get your attention, to consider the fact that you are here now, and that there is an influx of information that's coming with a variety of incarnates who are sharing basically the same message. And the message is, something really special is happening on our planet. It's happening right now. And you, in your wisdom, chose to be here and be a part of it. Now, one of the most daunting facts of this is, as soon as we arrive, we forget where we came from, we forget who we are, and we forget why we're here. Does that sound a little daunting? I mean, I love to go on trips. I love to visit different places. But I know I'm going on a trip. And I, generally speaking, know when I get there where it is. And I also have an attending awareness that prompts me to engage in it because I know, I remember. Now, the earth is a place where, for I have no idea how many thousands of years, or perhaps tens of thousands of years, or maybe even longer than that, the group of spirits who could lay claim to being a part of the dominant species on the planet, we have continued to make mistake after repeated mistake to where we have bogged ourselves down into a karmic cycle where it looks like we have a really good chance of just blowing this whole thing up. Not that this has been the first time, because it's happened before. But with the preceding times, what happened was there was an interference. Things were destroyed and reset to start back over again at the beginning. We know of reports about at least two different civilizations that this has happened to, Atlantis, Lemuria. And if you also notice with that, big gaps in our history, which can lead to the realization that the reason for those gaps is we started back over again from square one. So not too much going on there this time, though. There has been a concerted and determined effort not to have us blow this thing to smithereens and not to have this be something where we have to start back at square one again. So, there's been a call that's gone out. And it's gone out beyond the confines of the earth and the predominant spirits who have been incarnating for so many lifetimes. There has been this call that has gone out that has touched to the far reaches of the universe. Beings from other planets, from other dimensions, have come in and have decided to be a part of this because, in many instances, They are more advanced than we are. I'll at least say they're more advanced than I am. If you can't handle that, it's all right with me, but I sure can. I've always been of the opinion, I'll take all the help I can get. I have a feeling right now that Mother Earth has been saying the same thing. I'll take all the help I can get. I don't want to be blown apart. So here we are with a number of different spirits who over the last 60 years at least have been coming to the planet in waves. There are those who are in their 40s to their 70s who first came and they were so shocked because of all the violence, the anger, and the greed that seemed to be affecting the planet in such a negative way. These spirits have had the hardest time, and many of them have either felt like they wanted to commit suicide or have threatened to or have actually done it. Can you imagine what a sense of confusion being in this place would have as an effect upon you? Think about it for a moment now. If you are a high energy, high frequency being, and you come to planet Earth, you have touched down on one of the denser, if not the most dense planet in the whole galaxy. Therefore, it has been deemed, if you come here, you are one brave soul. And that's because of what you're going to have to face, what you're going to encounter. Then there are those who are in their 20s to their 40s, who likewise have come here, but they come afterwards, and they come to share an energy. Think about it now. 20s, 30s, 40s. You've come to share a high, vibrant energy to have its effect upon all of humanity, so that there will be this growing high, vibrant energy through which then others will be inclined to relate to and relate through. Then let's look at the children. And look at those who are not quite here yet, but in the process of getting here. They are coming with an energy that is ready to take hold of the shift that's occurring with the planet. Think of it in the ways of, everybody's familiar with DNA. All right, yeah, you got that, did you? Consider it with this regard. They are coming in with a DNA that is already activated or is waiting for triggers to activate it, to where they will then be able to step into a place of magnifying this, amplifying it, and at the same time find that they're amplified and magnified because the planet has reached this place. Okay, this is just to give you another perspective. Sometimes I have in myself marveled when I've heard others describe either who they are or others that they know of who have claimed to be old souls. Well, doesn't that just impress the hell out of you? I mean, just to be in their presence ought to cause your heart to skip a beat anyhow, right? Okay, so you start seeing some of the baloney that has been trumped to be wisdom. You see, the bottom line is this. It's how we choose to live this, not what we say. It's what we actually generate in our living experience, and not what we proclaim by the word that we're living. There has to be a match, you see. There has to be something that actually confirms that we are choosing to radiate the very best that's in us, no matter which wave we came into. Some of us have been fortunate to have glimpses of our past revealed to us that has confirmed to us, we've been here before. Then there are others that you were going to meet, and they're going to say to you, this is like being in a foreign land. I don't feel like I've ever been here before. But for those of you who have had this recognition, let it stir you and inspire you to live the very best version of you that you possibly can. This is about truly enjoying living what you're living, but not at the compromise of your own integrity and not at the compromise of someone else's well-being. I'm all for having a good time. I've had a lot of good times, and I look forward to having some more. But one of the better times that I'm starting to experience with greater frequency is the sheer joy of living, giving. I find I get so much more out of life as I am being present and paying attention in living, giving. Because that to me translates into my life really is blessed. And the reason that it is blessed is because I'm choosing to live the blessing in giving the blessing. And then also receiving the blessing that I receive from others. Of enjoying that, of having that being a significant part of my experience. Now, while I have strayed a little bit from this other perspective in sharing my own, I in no wise want to take away from this, because this is the most important part of what's occurring right now. We're living at a time in history where there are a number of spirits, thousands, who would love to have this opportunity to be here now, to be living now. To be wishing there were more in that glass. May the wishing help. So, back to this point of the thousands who are looking on this and wish they had the opportunity to actually incarnate now. They wish they could even be here but for a few moments, so that they could then lay claim to having been here and having been a part of this in this great time of planetary transformation. It's one thing to have a group of spirits go through a transformation, but it's entirely different for the entire planet to actually raise its rate of vibration to where it then affects all living beings on it, and all living beings on it respond by upping their rate of vibration to match it and to be a part of it. I say this to you to encourage you to realize when you find yourself getting down, let go of that. Let go of that and refocus your attention on what you can actually experience here by choosing to remember. It's not by chance you're here. You and your wisdom are a part of this. Open yourself up and learn all that you possibly can, if you're inclined to learn. Open yourself up and give of the very best of you, if you're inclined. And then see how this will then affect the law of attraction to attract to you and you to those experiences, those persons, those circumstances that will act as a confirmation. You are a wise spirit. You are here now with this opportunity to live it and give it your very best. I can remember when my nieces were first born, I looked at them and I thought, wow, how blessed that they chose to come into a family where their mother, their father, their aunt, their uncle, their grandmother, their grandfather, all had an attending spiritual awareness that supported them to where they grew up in this cocoon-type environment that supported them spiritually. It encouraged them in every way that they wanted to go to be who they want to be. And I say the same to you. Look and see. Here you are in this that we call a community. It is like a cocoon that supports you and encourages you in your spiritual development that you can then take and apply in every area of your life that you so desire. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for our awakening, and in our awakening, our sheer joy of living it. Thank you.
For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.